What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this is another episode of the series where I rate your squads. So lads, if you guys want me to rate your squad, tweet me on Twitter with a picture of your team with hashtag #RateMyTEAM. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to look at them because, like, if I'm, well, I do get about 20 DMs a day, and if I did respond to every single one, especially in the depth that I'd like to, and actually kind of explain why the team is good / bad, it would literally take me 24 hours a day and no sleeping. So yeah, sorry if I have missed your squad, and if your squad is in this video, and you have made changes before it, that's perfectly fine. So, this squad right here. Oh, this squad right here. I was kind of actually hoping to put this one kind of near the end, because I have a lot to say about this squad right here. This is, at this stage in the game, it's a 2.6 out of 10. Actually, no, I can't. It's actually structured okay. It's a structurally sound squad, and you don't, it's not a lot of blow-by bait, so for its price, it's probably a 2.6. It's probably a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. So, first of all, you've got better players for cheaper in every single position on the floor. And I'm not even joking. So, Will Chamberlain is terrible. Like, that Shaq is better than that Will Chamberlain. I'm saying that right now. That Shaq is better than that Wilt. Jordan's terrible. Caruso's got no range, but Caruso can actually clamp people up. Steve Nash is okay. He's okay, but in a land where you can get Dwayne Wade to play the point for 2,000 MT, I don't see a reason why you shouldn't have Dwayne Wade. And then, as good as Avery Bradley is, he's not better than Dante. Well, he's maybe slightly better, but he's not significantly better than Dante DiVincenzo. Louis Dampier, even though he is a Galaxy Opal, and obviously if you want to keep one Galaxy Opal, you can use him at the 1, but he's got a really kind of slow release and bad dribble animations. Bam Adebayo suffers from Bam Adebayo syndrome or Karl Anthony Towns syndrome, where he's got like high speed stats, but he's clunky. Not terrible card though. OG Anunoby's good. Derrick Jones Jr. is just bad price. He's not a bad card per se, but like you can sell Derrick Jones Jr. and like those Spotlight Sim moments cards, like Buddy Hield. I like Buddy Hield, so I'm not going to tell you to get rid of him, especially because his price, but I'm guessing for the price that he goes for, you can probably get Craig Elo, who will do the same job, but maybe better, and Craig Elo's going to be significantly cheaper. Like for your point guard position, you can use Wade off the bench. You can use, if you're like a big man, you can use Theus or Bonga, or you can put in like Larry Hughes if you want just a lockdown player. At the 1, heck, you can put in Iverson. Iverson will do the same job as, like a similar job to Nash. Rudy is fine. Your center position, I don't even know who to put in the center position because it's kind of a weak position for budget squads. So, actually, it all depends on what Wilt goes for. You could probably sell Wilt and buy Dino for that MT. You could probably sell Wilt. You could sell this entire team and build a team around with Dino and Eddie Curry as your centers. You could get some budget guys. Like, Anunoby's good. I'm not going to tell you to get rid of him. Like, if you sold, as much as I do like Rudy, like if you replace him with a like Danny Manning or Odom, they're not that much worse. They're definitely worse. They're not enough worse that if you can get yourself Dino and Eddie Curry as your 2 centers, that you're sorted at center position for the year. Point guard Dwayne Wade or Bonga or Theus, get in Darius Miles, Jeff Green in there, and you could probably afford a borderline God squad with the, or not a borderline God squad, a squad that can compete with this MT, but this team just can't. This team can't compete straight up. Next, I'm willing to sell whatever, upgrade or need be, or grind for MT. So I'm assuming that this picture was sent pre Dwayne Wade Diamond, so you can obviously get your 30k MT or so. Okay, that Wilt sucks. I'm just saying that right now. He is not good. Like, he's got no clamps in, and I know Manute Bol doesn't either, but Manute Bol's 7'7". I can shoot 3s. So I like your point guards. Obviously, if you haven't downgraded the Dwayne Wade, there's no point. I like your 2 guards. Big fan of Tim Hardaway Jr. Big fan of T-Mac. I like your small forwards. I like your power forwards. Not a big Manute Bol fan, but you know what? He's not bad. He's not bad at all. If you like the card, and I've seen some people be very effective with him, I'm not going to tell you to get rid of him. It's just that Will Chamberlain. This squad's at this stage in the game, is like, it's a kind of bang average squad you're going to come up against in Unlimited, so it's really like a 5.5 to 6 out of 10, which is kind of crazy considering how good squads, or how good this squad actually is, and it's more than usable. But like, if anything, like, you could toss Dino to the bench and throw Dean Wade in a power forward, or Dean Wade a small forward and throw a power forward. Like, you've got the core of a good team. So this team's usable. It is more than usable. I don't even know to say like who to grind and upgrade, because you're fine. Like, you're fine. Maybe get like a Darius Miles or Jeff Green or something, but other than that, like, you're fine. Okay, so you know the drill. Freelance, Bucks playbook, 3 hunt. Relatively satisfied with your team. If you think Aiden will be good for 100k range, go ahead. Once you go 12-0, RJ will be going out and Rice will be going in. Okay, so I like that team. I like that team. Obviously, I'm guessing Dwayne Wade has been downgraded because there's no point keeping the pink diamond. Man, Hakeem's nice. Kobe's nice. This team is like this is a 9 out of 10. Especially if you go and get yourself a Glenn Rice there. If you got a Glenn Rice there, it becomes a 9.5 out of 10. You've got 2 of the top 5 centers in the game. You've got realistically 2 of the top probably 6 or 7 power forwards. You've got 2 of the most underrated small forwards in the game. You've got 1, if you get Glenn Rice in for RJ Barrett, you've then got 2 of the top 5 2 guards in the game. And your point guard position, especially if Wade's kind of downgraded, because you'll get that extra good bit of MT, you'll have 2 of probably top 12 point guards in the game. Like, this is a 9 out of 10. Like, this is a 9 out of 10 at least. And like, this team costs, obviously you do have to do the grind, but in terms of pure MT wise, obviously Giannis has now gone expensive. This team, apart from Giannis, is less than 100k MT if you downgrade Wade. Plus Giannis, this is like less than 500,000 team, and it's way, like, it's, if you can't go 12-0 with this team, like, as in, I'm not talking about going 12-0 consistently, because there's very, very few people in the world that go 12-0 consistently. If you can't go 12-0 once with this team, trust me, there is no point making upgrades to all Galaxy Opals, because if you're not going 12-0 with this team, or if you're not at least going like 10-2, 11-1, if you're, say, winning 4 games before you lose 3 with a squad like this, then it's a you problem, not a team problem. This is a 9.5 out of 10. Perfectly structured team, top 10 cards at basically every position. This is a 9.5 out of 10. I mostly shoot threes, try to get an easy dunk or layup, use the 13 heat playbook. Okay, make sure you have a backup for the 13 heat playbook, because yeah, a lot of people don't know the 13 heat playbook, and it can be very, very effective. But like, if you're coming up against anyone who knows what they're doing, they will literally just steal. You will be throwing the ball into their hands every possession with that playbook. So Lonzo Ball, Gerald Green, Dean Wade, Jeff Green, Eddie Curry. Okay, that team, I love the Dean Wade, but starting lineup's like a 9. Bench, Dwayne Wade, Nick Batum, Wiggins, Karl Malone, and Mo Bamba. I don't know how I feel about Karl Malone. And also, if you haven't locked in Chris Bosh, sell Bosh. I'd sell Bosh. Bonga's great to have, because if you need extra height for Wade, you can put him in. I like this team. In terms of budget squad, like, obviously, Lonzo's not really a budget player, but like, take out Lonzo and this team is like less than 200k, so it's not even a mid-tier squad, it's a somewhat affordable squad. This is like this is an 8.7 out of 10. This is a really nice team. I really do like this team. I definitely would sell Bosh and replace him with just someone that can come in for Bamba. Like, if you sell Bosh and replace him with Dino, I'm pretty sure they're the same price. Like, that would make this team better. And I'm very iffy on Karl Malone, but at the same time, worst comes to worst, you can just throw in Bonga at the 3, move Dean Wade to your backup 4, and again, maybe Malone's better than I think he is. Okay, so no money spent. Run 13 Heat playbook with 2018 Hawks freelance. Like to run pick and pop, roll pick and pop. Only have about 10k MT right now. We can save up. Okay, so this team, you've got, like, this is a perfectly structured team, and it's given anything less than a 9.5 out of 10 would be kind of crazy. I'm not high on Vince Carter. I know some people are. I really don't like that card, but if you like Vince Carter, keep him. Like, he's obviously a very high stat Galaxy Opal, so again, it's one of those things where if a card is 99 everything, there's no like objectively bad ones. It's just some certain cards just don't agree with certain people's playstyles, and certain people don't like the animations. And with me, Vince's release just a bit slow. But Giannis, heat out point. You do not need to upgrade your point guard position for the rest of the year. Wilt, Eddie Curry, Bol, Kristaps, you do not need to upgrade your power forward. Like, if you do not upgrade this team for the rest of the year, you'll be competitive. I'm saying that right now. This is a 9.5 out of 10. He's got, like, the only player that I'd be like not 100% sold on is Vince Carter, but again, if you are good with Vince Carter, keep Vince Carter. I can't say any upgrades. Like, any upgrade is literally just subjective or completely out of your price range. Like, yeah, saying upgrade Will Chamberlain to Shaq, like, that's an upgrade, but like, it's a million MT. Like, it's just out of people's price range. So yeah, I can't, like, there's actually no tips I can give. There's no tips I can give. It's a really, really good team. Hey, so no money spent, run Hawks, freelance, run pick and roll, pick and pop, and rim run. Love the vids. Okay, so you've got Giannis, Kobe, Karolinko, Draymond, Hakeem. That's like a 9.5 starting 5. Lonzo, Jordan, Rodman, Wallace, and Thurman. So you're going kind of for a defensive lineup on the bench. I like Thurman. I like the fact you've got Bonga as your last 3. Embiid as a range extender center if needed off the bench. And Chris Mullin, who's a solid spot-up shooter if Dennis Rodman's struggling. This team is perfectly structured. Like, again, there are a lot of players. Like, I'd personally swap in and out, but I can't give a suggestion. Like, would this be a team that I'd run? Probably not. But would this be a team that I'd come up against and think, okay, this is a very good team? Yes. Like, there's certain cards, like, I don't particularly have much success running Rodman, but it doesn't mean Rodman's a bad card. He's a very, very good card, in fact. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't give this team lower than 9.5 out of 10. There are definite upgrades. Like, obviously, saying something like a Thurman to a Shaq is an upgrade. Saying upgrade, I don't know, Lonzo to Ben Simmons is an upgrade. Things like that. But other than that, your team's looking good. Your team is looking good. So, can't give any suggestions there. Any suggestions are either way out of the price range or subjective. Okay, so can I give some suggestions to help team? What should you do with your MT? Okay, so you got 30k MT. Okay, so first of all, it's a pretty nicely structured team. I was about to say get a top point guard, but you've got Bonga if you're struggling with Archibald. Would I tear down? I like Dino. I'd make sure you play Kukoc. If you want the duo of Kukoc and Dino, make sure you're actually playing Kukoc. Your center position is fine. Your power forward position is fine. Your small forward position is fine. Your 2 guard position is fine. Your point guard's fine. These are the 3 at the end of your bench. This is like an 8.5 out of 10 team. Like, more than usable. More than usable. And for 30k MT, what upgrades can you make? Swap Tiny Archibald for Dwayne Wade, maybe. Swap Des Mason for Dwayne Wade. Make a bit of a profit. Swap Scalabrine for... Like, if you swapped Des Mason for Dwayne Wade, subbed in Bonga as your starting point guard, and toss Reggie Theus as one of your last 3 off the bench, then sold Kukoc, because he barely makes Dino any better, replaced him with Darius Miles, sold Scalabrine, replaced him with Jeff Green. This team becomes like an 8.5 out of 10, but again, that's like not that significantly better. This team's fine. Like, again, a good team. There's no flaws in it. There's definitely certain things I would do that maybe some other people wouldn't do. But there's no flaws. No flaws at all in this team. Okay, so 13 Heat playbook. Like running officer team Macker Glenn Rice. Have no MT. So basically, as I always say, the 13 Heat playbook, and assuming that you have Glenn Rice, you know what you're doing. The 13 Heat playbook has some of the most effective plays in the game. As in, some of the plays where you can get a wide open 3-point shot within 12 seconds of the offense if your opponent doesn't know how to defend it. However, more and more people are getting wise to the Heat 2013 playbook. So there are definitely other playbooks that have very similar plays that are more effective. I'm pretty sure the Spurs playbook has basically a quick horns 21 type play, a mixture between the quick horns 21 and the punch 5 flare rip play. They have a play that's like a mixture of the 2 of them that I think is a lot more effective. But Magic Johnson, Glenn Rice, Paul George, Bol, Eddie Curry. Like, I can't say it's a bad team. Obviously, you have Glenn Rice as well. You've got a fantastic offensive team. You got a fantastic defensive team. This is a 9.5 out of 10 without question. Like, obviously, if you guys don't know, my 10 out of 10 team is literally like LeBron, Thon, like the literal demi squads. Michael Jordan, 99 everything. And that's what we need for a 10 out of 10. But again, there's no suggestions I can make. Like, really. There's none that aren't purely subjective or, again, completely out of your range, like saying replace Wilt with Shaq. Then Extreme Budget Squadron 5 out pick and pop have 100k for upgrades. Okay, so first of all, Pete's fine. Get Dwayne Wade for Jay Williams. Trust me, get Dwayne Wade for Jay Williams. Your 2 guard position's fine. Your small forward's fine. Your power forward, I'd sell both of your centers. The reason is neither have clamps. So as much as Kristaps is good in terms of pick and pop and stuff, Kristaps literally is blow by bait, and so is Ilgauskas. They're both very effective in the offensive end. They're both so bad in the defensive end that it can make you lose a game. Like, any competent player will 5 out and run by your centers every single time. I like Bonga as one of your last 3. Zion, obviously, he's a lock-in, and Hibbert's pretty good. So what I would advise you to do is sell your 2 centers, replace Williams with Wade, move Boogie up to the 5, then get yourself an Eddie Curry, and then at the 4, get yourself a like Jeff Green or Darius Miles, who I think I'm suggesting for basically every team. And other than that, you're perfectly fine. Like, this team will be more than competitive. But in terms of rating, I can't give this any more than a... Because of the fact that if I came up against this squad, I literally know that it's an auto win, because I can just run by your centers. It's can't give it any more than a 6 out of 10. But not terrible. Like, 6 out of 10, but 1 or 2 changes needed to make it competitively viable. So anyway, that is the video. This is another episode of the series where I rate your squad. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.